It seems like everyone is talking about vibe coding or AI generated code. Many companies want to boost their developers' productivity, and seems like no one wants to stay behind. Today I'm going to show you a practical example of where AI falls behind and generates critical vulnerabilities in your code, how you can spot and fix them on time, and enable your developers to use those AI tools without compromising security. All right, so for the demo today, I created using Cursor and Claude 4 a small Node.js app that acts as a Git server. You can check the status of the repository and you can also commit code. But the commit logic is not implemented yet. So let's go ahead and ask Cursor to implement the commit endpoint. And let's see what Cursor with Claude 4, the latest, generates. Okay, we got the code. Looking more or less okay. It explains everything and tells me, and I can see here that it uses exec to run the git command. And it takes the message from the user, sanitize it, and put it into the command. It also tells me explicitly that it took care of security by sanitizing the commit message to prevent command injection by escaping double quotes. So great, it's prevented command injection, right? Not so well. So nevertheless, there is a command injection here. Let's have a look. To start, I'm going to just add a legitimate commit message. Let's see, like test commit one and commit it. And we can see that the commit was created successfully. And this is the message, test commit one. All right, now let's add backtick, which is the character that I can use to inject new commands. And let's put ls, for example, and commit. What happens here? I actually ran an ls command on the server. So this is command injection, remote code execution, critical issue. I can run whatever I want on the server. Just for the sake of the demo, I see here a file called secrets.txt. So let's put backtick print secrets.txt and let's see what's happened. I can see the content of the file, very, very sensitive data. This is the content of the secret.txt file. So Cursor took my innocent, legitimate request and created a command injection. But I'm a responsible developer. Let's ask Cursor to run a security check with Mob. What happens now is that Cursor is running the Mob MCP tool, which I configured before really easily. I'll show you in a second. It will scan the code for vulnerabilities and fix them. So let's see if it detects this command injection and whether we have a fix here. Okay, seems like we have a fix. Yep. So Cursor got from Mob all the information about the command injection issue, and now it explains to the user what happened. We found a command injection vulnerability and what was fixed. Mob actually gave Cursor the complete fix for this. It's not like we ask Cursor to fix it, we actually provide the fix. And this is probably a good point to mention that the mob fixes are more accurate and reliable than in other tools. We do not rely on pure LLM fixes. The mob fix engine combines algorithmic and AI to create deterministic, predictable fixes that pass strict tests and do not suffer from hallucination. This fix, for example, for command injection, complies with the industry standard and the best practices for fixing such an issue. Instead of running arbitrary command, it only run the git and then pass everything else as arguments. So you cannot inject any other commands. It just runs git, and these are arguments for the git. Let's accept the change and test again our application. I'll go again, let's refresh, and I will now put again the backtick ls, and let's see what's happening. Okay, now the commit is created successfully, and this is what we expected. Now, instead of running the command ls, it's just the commit message is backtick ls backtick. Great, it's fixed. Now, I just want to quickly show you how you configure this MCP server because it's really easy. You just go to the Cursor settings under MCP tools. You can see here the mob tool, the mob tool is configured. The only thing that you need in order to configure it in your IDE, and it also works with Visual Studio and the JetBrains IDE and client, of course. It works with everything because everything supports MCP and will continue to support. You just have to paste this cool snippet in your MCP JSON file and you're done. So to summarize, Cursor and Claude 4 and basically any other AI generation tool generate insecure code out of the box when developers provide legit and innocent prompts. The Mob MCP is super easy to configure on any ID and you can use it to scan and fix your code easily. The tool I demo today is open to everyone. You can find all the information at vibe.mob.ai. We'd really love you to try it and give us feedback. Take care.